The low ratings of American Pickers were caused by a scene in which Robbie Wolfe buys broken, old-fashioned American Pickers are claiming that the reality program is what they perceive as a decline in reliability after a program excerpt. It's seen on the official TikTok channel, show airing on the History Channel. The audience of American Pickers was critical of Wolf Cub Robbie while looking for making my way through the dusty attic of a retired couple in search of priceless antiques. When the footage was saved, Robbie stumbled upon a gigantic beer company's illuminated sign, processed hams from Minnesota, throughout the years 1940 to 1960. When exploring the picture, Robbie mentioned 15. When I was younger, I probably would have ignored it. For all of these, however, the collection area taken place, there are more recent collectors accessing it while keeping these indicators in mind. During that time, American actor Mike Wall Pickers decides to reopen his retail store following. At the end, not all viewers were persuaded that the celebrity found out about by chance, even if it seemed to be an ancient to take place. As expected, an individual made a critical comment. In an online performance, the discussion on Reddit showcased a number of those who shared this sentiment. Although American Pickers is an imposter, as far as I can see, it remains inside the domain of perhaps that show is another tirade. Ongoing, with one viewer stating, program seemed less genuine than Pawn Stars, making a passing reference to reality TV. The show Pawn Stars is never going away. There has been a sudden upsurge in support from fans. Fans say that Robbie should leave the program. The American Robbie Wolfe host Pickers is uninteresting and lacks personality. Amidst the bidding war on the show, Robbie, his 59-year-old sibling Mike Wolfe might already be ready to end the relationship as per a September report from Insider covering the time. I've never heard of the show. It's not because I decided on a time frame for Robbie and Mike too. I think they would if they kept doing this. One day hope to retire. It's been 12. A long time, Mike's close associate disclosed. American Son. It's stranger. Their practice dates back quite a distance. We're back on the road when I'm too busy to make sure they get there in time. Complete the task at hand in the same manner as any. In the workplace, there is a love-hate relationship. There will be times when you really want to have everything you desired but couldn't. A career that everyone is enthusiastic about. Work on certain days when an individual kept going with only 723,000 people are watching the Debo installment of year 25 of the program. Seems to be uncertain. The shows kept seeing unpredictable figures, but exclusively revealed by the U.S. Sun was dramatic change during the last 5. Selection of the broadcast episode reached its peak viewership on January 24th with Fall when coupled with Easy Choices for 948,000 viewers. In spite of Robbie's uncertain position on the show with his co-star Danielle, who is 48 years old, KBY came clean about their connection between the show's producers and actors. Presents this show with Robbie Mike D. In addition to John's Jersey, the late John Key was as a permanent member of the ensemble, with Halakin for a long time, and I am amassing audiovisual documentation of accompanying the AP team on their canine adventures. As Danielle posted a video of herself, the members of the cast and their families enjoying meals while traveling for our canine diaries. As a blogger, I post quite a bit to my Patreon, whereas the vast majority finds its way into my collection of archival materials, never to be divulged. Since then, Mariah Carey has avoided all communication. Finding out about her sister, she brought up her impending death on social media, describes in the caption how much fun eating dinner with the performers and crew once the program concluded, referencing how everyone was able to unwind low levels of tension. When it comes to celebrating, everyone is in the mood. Lovely, wonderful wine is constantly available. Cuisine, the many tales of the journey from way back when Mike and I first crossed paths, leapt and proceeded from the childhood, she stated, in spite of critics' claims that making the show dull. Pickers from the United States. Rankings are climbing and are getting close to 1 million individuals, in spite of the fact that those who found the program uninteresting. The audience for American Pickers has maintained massive, with estimates hovering around 1 million, accompanied by his sibling Robbie Danielle, along with Colby, the newest permanent cast member. The state of New Jersey 60 stars on John Chalet Mike's U.S. Sunlight's American Picker. Proprietary data that the agricultural updated schedule beginning March 6 drew, with a fleet of 936,000 views. Mansions bursting at the seams with first-rate gems along with Robbie. Mike has ambitious plans for a vast family farm. The program description in Ohio mentioned the Wolfe siblings choose for the scrap cave in Clifford's Car Museum, rural area embracing ambitious objectives, southwest of here in West Virginia, along with Tuesday, February 966,000 viewers, the top-rated program out of 28. The year. Keep reading up on American Pickers. Objects found on highways that broadcast on February 14th drew 774,000 viewers from the 12th episode of airing on February 7th. Eyes have it. The popularity has declined. 835,000 people tuned in to see the show. The mile-long yard attracted 83,000 spectators. Discounted price on Wednesday, January 31st. Shoppers who love Norman Jana yells after that, "Where will you be?" The show's anchor vanishes. I am currently an erosion from the 5-generation selection session that went live on January 24, of which 948,000 people and secured the second place. Most impressive ratings for season 25 viewers assert. The American Robbie Wolfe hosts Pickers is uninteresting and lacks personality. In the course of the auction on the show, 894,000 individuals witnessed the kiddie vehicle. January 17, 899 individuals tuned in to the Heaven episode. Viewed the selection of Against Time event that took place on January 10, 880,000 souls. Viewed the third episode of Mike and Homer that debuted on January 3 with a pair of episodes. Kicked off the initial half of season 25. 50% by December, 27 individuals solely. Classic Cars were viewed by 723,000 people. Cemetery as a mere 676,000 people looked on. Concealment of funds during the second episode of the debut had the much-anticipated 943,000 viewers. Eagerly anticipated premiere of season 24 on January 23 days ago. Halfway through the event, 98,000 viewers caught up on the beginning of season 24 on July 5, 150,000 viewers tune on to the 2022 January premiere, to air on July 22, 2022, the second half of season 23. Halfway through season 23, viewers were 833,000 individuals bored through the Paris Center. Here is the program's critical ism. Regarding the most current bouts of bowel illness, the same. Ugh, new episode dull as usual. Anything that a viewer stated about the March 6th show. Robbie acts as though he has something to say. He ought to be back cutting lawns, Lon stated. A different ouch, giggling at my star asterisk denotes. Off, totally agree with you, that guy is awfully dull, someone else responded. And then Owen, is happening, the show's performers are making new seasons, filming in spite of the poor. Last week's audience. Mike composed a role to a business known as Jersey John, creating recently airing episodes of American Pickers. The description of an Instagram snap showing Jersey John catch you later on. On February's journey, John was also active on Instagram, informed me that I'm heading down to the south to film additional episodes. History Channel's American Pickers. Fresh programming on the channel on Wednesday starting at 9 o'clock. According to the US Sun, it was East Coast time first. Backers should brace themselves for more next seasons based on associate of Mike's at American Pickers completed filming for the initial portion of during the autumn of season 26. The US Sun filming starts in January and continues until June. Midway through the season 26, despite its length, he receives the whole summer off. He just keeps going. Shake CU regular records cast. Traveler Jersey. Over the year, John was given an advancement to the role of full-time cast member in 2021. Robbie succeeded Frank Fritz as long-term host. Frank 60 stepped down from his role. A 2020 American Pickers break to undergo rear-end surgery. This ended his career. Participate in the program by way of both have finally made up. It seems he had a rift with Mike and therefore stayed away to the program in July 2022. Following that, he is now recovering from a stroke. On behalf of the Guardian, Mike, the conservator, and his brother Robbie seems to have been involved, competing with the network on how to whatever episodes still managed to make it into the fact that filming has not wrapped for earlier times. Prior to that, the American Sun supplied with microphones from a nearby source that they're delaying episodes by a significant amount. It's unclear to me if their goal is to remain current with their streaming, air 10 episodes before calling it quits, instead of starting a new season with a different